Promoting and nurturing the growth of Africa's gaming industry is the main discourse as global gaming stakeholders gather in Lagos, Nigeria for the maiden edition of the Africa Gaming Expo. Hello and welcome, I'm Akin Obakeye. On this episode of Focus On, we'll look at the opportunities, evolution, adoption and regulation of the African gaming industry. It's the inaugural Africa Gaming Expo with the theme, Exploring the Future of the African Gaming Market, Emerging Trends, Prospects and Opportunities. Gathered here are stakeholders across the global gaming and lottery ecosystem. With Africa being an untapped market, promoting the markets to be at par with developed countries remains crucial. Here to lead the charge is the Governor of Lagos State, who gives insights into how this expo best fits into the state's developmental agenda.
It's very intentional for us because it sits very well with our own vision. Lagos is indeed well known for its commercial and political landscape. It's regarded as the commercial entertainment capital of Africa and has remained committed to the development of our country's tourism sector through entertainment, through cultural exports across the various entities. It's no doubt that Lagos is the movie center of Africa, is the music center of Africa, is the entertainment, fashion center of Africa. And so to add gaming onto it goes to show that the entire value chain of entertainment, tourism, culture, we are indeed looking forward to be a major leader in it. The state government has recalibrated the trust of the tourism through the development of a well-robust tourism master plan and a tourism policy, which is designed to make the sector not only a huge revenue earner, but a model for economic regeneration, as we have seen in some other cities in Africa. These initiatives aims at increasing our share of Africa's gaming market to at least 25 to 30%. And solidly, our state as a key player in the rapidly growing industry and that are largely being propelled through what we know as a public-private partnership.
One of the key agendas of the summit is to foster a unified regulatory environment for investors to thrive, hence the presence of regulators from major countries where gaming has hit the ground running.
Your collaboration and cooperation are essential in ensuring the integrity and sustainability of the gaming sector. Together, we can continue to set high standards and uphold best practices that benefit both operators and all stakeholders. To the standards organizations, operators and platform providers, your dedication to excellence and adherence to regulatory framework are commendable. Your effort in promoting a fair play, consumer protection, responsible gambling are vital in maintaining the trust and confidence of the public. Furthermore, I extend a warm welcome to all delegates joining us from across the globe, physically or online. Your presence here today reflects the truly international nature of the gaming industry and highlights the importance of collaboration on a global scale. Together, we have the opportunity to exchange ideas, share insights, and explore new possibilities that will shape the future of gaming across the globe.
A few panel sessions x-rayed critical issues facing the industry, but of importance is the impact the adoption of artificial intelligence and digital assets like cryptocurrency is having in the industry.
Gaming or gambling as an industry does not exist on its own. It's within the ecosystem of every jurisdiction where it is being, deployed. So for instance, you would find situations where many African countries are not yet open, in terms of their having laws and guidelines or regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies. this is not peculiar to Africa. As a matter of fact, it's still considered an emerging technology across the world, right? So, but in Africa, taking Nigeria as a case study, we had a situation recently where the government did ban the use or the trading of cryptocurrencies. This was lifted for a very short period of time before it was suspended again. Why? This is because, one, probably because we're still trying to understand the technology in Africa. We don't have the legal framework for this in Africa yet.
Cryptocurrency has positives and negatives for its use in online gambling. Of course, some people might find it convenient, but also there's a loss of control by the government in some instances, and that can lead to the reduced ability by the government to take certain actions, and also by law enforcement. So if you have, for example, criminal money that is being channeled through cryptocurrency, it's more difficult for the police to take over that money and to take it over. And also sometimes with technological matters like e-wallets, cold wallets, and unregulated cryptocurrency exchanges, and a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges are currently unregulated. That leads us to a situation where there might not be a proper paper trail of where the money went, where the money is going, how to control that money, how to stop it from leaving the country, how to stop it from going to maybe a bad actor.
Companies like Metaverse, Magma, Gamic, those are companies that have raised over $10 million in revenue in the past couple of years that they've started, and they've been able to, I said, get over 100,000 people on their platform to start making revenue. So the impact has been huge on the economy, because 3-4 years ago, I don't think there will be anybody in Lagos saying I'm a gamer, or in Nigeria saying, oh, I'm a gamer, I play games for a living. But immediately that came into existence, we started getting people now saying, okay, I'm a professional gamer. I mine for gaming. I work for Gamic. I work for Metaverse Magma. I work for Gamer. I work for Nigeria Game Evo.
For regulators, the adoption is ensuring an improved regulatory environment that does not stifle growth and investment.
One of the areas that is really burdened or moving really fast is online gaming. And as a regulator, we noticed, or when we had interest from potential players, operators, that they wanted to operate within our jurisdiction, it was an area that we just couldn't sweep under the carpet, because we don't want that to create that sort of black market for online gaming. So we actually had to take that directive to regulate the online gaming aspect within our jurisdiction. And so we are regulating online, both online and on-land gaming activities within the industry.
What is important is for us to have a way to play on the level of Europe and America and Asia countries. So, it's all about bringing the standard together, just like in any other sector where you have financial technology. So, and to take advantage of the business opportunity.
We focused on a more destination approach or land-based gaming. So we had casinos who over the years have invested a huge amount of resources, from infrastructure, money, jobs, creating employment, and services that they provide. I think also the model that the casinos have taken, where they're always linked to a form of entertainment. It could be shopping centers, it could be recreational activities where families can come, and hotels. So I think it's more the regulatory model since time in place, and that has created that stability.
For the gaming and lottery industry, collaboration has played a major role in identifying and isolating these issues across the value chain.
There is no one silver bullet that's going to solve anything and everything. However, working together, looking at best practices from other jurisdictions, learning from the mistakes of other jurisdictions, and understanding the unique needs here in the continent of Africa is what we're looking to do. So we're looking to collaborate to understand what are the challenges here. You mentioned underage gambling. There are plenty of different processes that can be put in place in order to identify and prevent that from happening. At IGSA, we have a committee that is working right now on best practices for the use of AI ethically in the gaming industry, because it is up to each industry to identify how technologies like AI are actually going to be implemented. As you know, AI requires lots and lots of data. What data should we give it? Who's going to verify that the data is accurate? The old garbage in, garbage out mentality still applies, so you've got to be very careful. Then you've got generative AI algorithms that learn as they go along. Who's going to be looking at them? Who's going to be auditing them? What's the frequency? And if something goes wrong, who's responsible? Who's responsible to notify? Where's the transparency going to come from? These are all the questions that we're asking, and working together with regulators, with operators, with academia to understand what should we do to prepare regulators for this technology that in many cases is already here.
Today, AI helps us have access to a lot of general data, but the same AI also gives too much data exposure. So the question is, what data is good enough to entertain the customer from a gaming perspective? What data don't you need to get and expose, to put out there? So what we are doing now from a regulatory perspective and from a security controls perspective is get the gaming players to ensure adequate controls are in place to not expose their customer data too much, just the information required for them to enjoy the different games and the entertainment required, and be able to also store customer data in a secure manner.
Data protection, unified regulatory environment, among other issues, remain stronghold for the growth of the gaming industry in Africa. But that's all on this episode of Focus On. I'm Akim Obakeye. Thank you for watching.